I'm 20 years old. I have a business that does about $20,000 a month, and I've been recording every day and documenting it for the past about 340 days. And this video is just about my day today and my current, reflections, things on my mind, and generally where I am. So, on a very practical level, like today was a really normal day. Like my life looks like very it's just simple. Like I'm chasing more routine at the minute. Fewer travels, fewer things. I did a lot of that over the past 2 years. I traveled a lot. And honestly, that slowed down a lot of my growth. I spent time on the wrong things and I didn't realize how much productivity that was really costing me. So that's been a big lesson. I don't regret any of my travels. I went like over the past 2 years. I don't think, other than like recently that I've just been staying in London, I have not been in any one city for more than 2 months consecutively. And I had a bunch of experiences that was great, live life, but at the same time, the toll on my business was obviously, my business has grown, but it didn't grow as fast as I wanted it to. So that was a pretty painful kind of reality check for me. But honestly, I am now finding so much joy in the simpler things. And um, I don't know. I've been at it for a while now. I started this company when I was 17. The growth was slower than I wanted, but it was nobody else's fault other than my own. It was just because I wasn't doing the right things. I was paying attention to the wrong things. As much as I hate to admit it, and that like it was just my incompetence. But I feel a lot more equipped nowadays to solve problems. Like it's been really, really good. And also just a lot more confident in growth prospects just because of the things that I'm starting to understand. Um, like I'm really, really excited about next year. I'm really excited. I have a really good feeling about it. Like, because I dropped all of my revenue goals around numbers, profits, anything like that. I dropped entirely. I had some goals for this year. And for next year, I only have input based goals and I'm really focused on just the actions because I've started to realize, if I'm in this for the long game, at some point in time, like money, it's not gonna, like just making money for the sake of it is gonna feel really useless at some level. Just fulfilling really material desires will get boring. And I have realized that like I'm really looking forward to like I want to build a routine and around work that I love. And I think one of the greatest advantages of having my own business, I must say, it's not about the freedom or whatever. You still have to work. You still have a job. Like at the end of the day, you still have to, this idea that you want to not have a job, I think is pretty ridiculous. But one of the great advantages of having a business is you have complete control over who you work with. Whoever you work with, to some level you do, as an individual, right? If you take a job, you're obviously agreeing to work with those people. You always have control over who you work with. But in a business, like you get to hire your teammates, you get to choose, well, I mean, your clients kind of choose you, but if, if you have enough lead flow, you can choose your clients. But I think it's really, really cool, to be able to form like work around people that you love. I think that's really great. And I'm really just right now, the main things on my mind are like settling into a better routine, focusing a lot more on inputs. Like I spent most of this year servicing a deal for a client because they wanted me specifically. And I have no regrets. I mean, I learned plenty of stuff, but fundamentally the opportunity cost of that was a bunch of time on marketing. And I didn't force myself enough to carve out time for marketing stuff. Um, yeah, outside of that, basically, um, tomorrow I'm headed to Lisbon for some holidays. Well, just spending time with my family, and it's like it's nothing special. I don't know. It's been like things are kind of normalized, and I'm really like I'm really happy where I am. I wouldn't change a thing, to be honest. I grew slower than I wanted, but I think that was really important. Like in so many ways, I think the lessons are invaluable. I have no regrets. Um, I think the thing that I've really started to realize is just like how much of a long horizon these games are played at, like business, even this content thing. To be honest, like this video is probably terrible. No, it's not probably. It is for sure. But the fun part is like the value of it increases over time because I plan to do this for a really long time, and I think like if I document on a daily basis like this entire journey from where I am now to running a 7, 8, who knows how, whatever, bigger business, right? Like I think documenting that and having that on a daily basis is really cool. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's really taught me patience, which is something I struggle with. But you have no choice. It kind of gets beat into you, and I think that's one of the probably greatest gifts that this has given me. And this ability to see things on a longer time horizon is allowing me to make cooler and cooler projects. This being one of them, actually. Like I've always wanted to create content, whatever, but I was frustrated. I have a whole spiel on this, but I tried many times, and this isn't really a video to go into that. But point being, I started recording every day because I was frustrated that I wasn't getting anything out. And then I realized this is an opportunity to make a really cool project that I do over several years. Like how long can I'm basically like, okay, well, how long, can I make this thing? Can I do it for like 5 years? Can I do it for 10? Can I do it for 15? Hell, I mean, I don't know. But it's a really like cool idea to be able to think in terms of years now, is I think an upgrade. And many times I still struggle with it because it feels like really far away, but that's something that's been on my mind a lot. Like it's probably one of the really important lessons that I also took away. The ability to see these projects that are larger and still take a stab at them. Anyway, where I am, my current situation, I need to sort out a lot of things. I'm working out of I come to a members club where I have a gym and I do my work here most of the time just so that I don't work at home because I go crazy. I can't, I really don't enjoy working at home for long periods of time. Changing it up really helps. So yeah, today, Tuesdays, my meeting days. Recently I've also been doing daily logs. So one of my main inputs for next year is just the number of hours that I spend marketing. So I'm really trying to dial that in. And one of the things I realize is I really also just want to improve my daily life. What I mean by that is I want to improve my quality of life. Not in terms of material, more expensive things, whatever. It's just what are the days that I enjoy the most and that I'm most productive, and how do I do a bunch of those? Because I think that's what life is really about. And I derive a lot of satisfaction from those days. The days that I feel like I got a bunch of stuff done feels very satisfying. So I'm basically putting together logs where I, on a daily basis, I look at what was the output, how many tasks did I complete, how aligned were the tasks with my goals, am I just taking care of I don't know, going shopping and doing things that I need to do, right, but that aren't necessarily aligned, or were all the tasks focused on target? How many hours did I spend marketing? How many hours overall did I spend at work? How many hours did I spend in meetings? Today was a bunch of meetings, which, if I'm honest, is sometimes it's a little bit of a drag. It's good. I have them, all in one day, but it definitely they do take a toll. They do take time. So I didn't manage to do as much of the other work that I wanted to do. But nonetheless, that's a really nice experiment that I'm doing. I just want to understand how can I have better and better days. And I think just tracking a little bit of data, over 30, 60, 90 days, and then look at the days and, and look at the data and figure out what's best. And so that's something I'm quite interested in seeing the results of, which I will probably only be able to really get something from in February, because I'm headed into December. December is going to be choppy in terms of routine. It always is, just because of family stuff. Yeah. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you so much more than you know. I mean, I cannot imagine many people will make it, but feel free to comment any questions I record on a daily basis, right? So I try and answer those questions. I'm also trying to work on I'm trying out Miro for the first time because I want to make more tactical videos and stuff. I want to improve the quality of videos. Now I know that's a bit counterintuitive, given that I'm recording a small update, which is usually the lowest quality video I can make. But that's a big priority for me as well. So that's what I'm working on. So if you have questions, comment them. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a fancy Miro board for you and record it. But anyway, that's it I have a dinner now, so that's my Tuesday, 10th of December, 2024. I can't believe it's 2025 in like 20 days. It's a bit absurd to me. But anyway, I'm going to call it an evening, and I'm going to go for my dinner because I'm starving.